Hello, hello, welcome back. We beat the game.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How
Now we're
amusing
gonna play it
they'll
again.
find it.
This is a
Won't
different
we
opening.
all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What? Did you just unplug it?
I clicked it. Maybe I turned it off.
Can you turn off more?
Let's find another one that's on. Oh man, look at these ancient computers. Oh my god.
It reminds me of going to my mom's work when I was a kid. What the? Input received? There's not like an on switch for this one. It doesn't even look like it's a working computer.
See, he can only get up on it because of the box there.
Oh.
Click, click, click. Who farted? At my desk.
Maybe we gotta turn off more computers in the area. And then the power will go to that computer. I'm not sure how this would work. Oh.
Oh, just find another one that's on.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Nope,
open
I guess that's
doors,
over.
he entered the door on his left.
Paperwork just everywhere.
Absolute mess. That's what happens when you don't have interns to keep the place together.
Yeah, I know. Where are those free laborers? Yeah. Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You think he'll actually speak into the speaker this time?
Oh,
Should I go
bottom
down?
floor,
Down the
yeah.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Back you! Ooh.
Oh shit.
Too spooky for me.
Why would there need... What would the purpose be of a red light somewhere? Especially in a basement.
I don't know.
Like, obviously there must be some use for it. I don't know why a red light. It just seems needlessly creepy. Oh my god.
But
I didn't
Stanley
go.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Maybe this
All
is a
of my
Saturday.
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in
Maybe
a single moment
I'm a
for
man
no reason at all.
Named
None of
Stanley
it
in
made
real
any
life.
logical sense. And as Stanley
don't know.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my god.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And
He's
for that
right.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
This is the Matrix.
I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream.
I'm dreaming.
What a relief Stanley felt
dreaming.
to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. He
Repeating,
thought to
repeating,
himself,
repeating.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
shit.
above the ground.
Oh my god.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And
Do we get to?
It was so
Whoa.
much fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Whoa.
How was he remaining so lucid?
No, no, no.
And
No.
then perhaps the
Starfield.
strangest question of them all entered
Am I floating
Stanley's head.
still?
One he was
No.
amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Wait.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And
How
while he thought
strange.
it all
It is
very
pretty
odd
meta.
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
It
the
doesn't.
truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite
But
a
the
shock
field
to Stanley.
of stars.
After all,
Yeah.
he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Maybe you
Did
just
the
stare
voice
at the
not see
lights
him
too
flow
long.
to make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How else would the voice explain all that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
try.
The voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
But how?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
I apparently enjoy
I
it,
want
so...
my apartment, and my wife, and my
He
job.
does have a life.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be
Being
fine.
normal is boring.
I am okay.
Okay. We're in the exact same spot.
God damn it, I've had dreams like this.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley.
my
I have
God.
a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Go backwards,
Please,
yeah.
Just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must
How's
be.
this
Can
be like
anyone hear my
demonic here?
voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Oh, Jesus, get in the
And
car!
everything went black.
What? Are we dead?
This is the story of a woman named
What?
Mariella.
Mary...
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
The
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
But...
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was
Mariella, help
obviously
me!
crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
How fleeting
And then
life
she
is.
turned and ran.
She had to run from us?
She has a meeting.
Why did she sit there thinking so long?
What?
Yeah. Should we just cut it and
Yeah.
then do like separate episodes for each weird ass fucking thing that happens?
Yeah.
Okay, catch us in the next episode where we have no idea what's going to happen. Thanks for joining us.